One woman has died and another is seriously injured after a crash in Douglas County yesterday afternoon. Reports say a 2004 Chrysler was traveling behind a semi on Highway 44, 10 miles northeast of Armour. The semi slowed to make a right turn, and the Chrysler collided with the right rear side of the trailer. The 65-year-old Winter woman driving the Chrysler was pronounced deceased at the scene. The female passenger in the Chrysler sustained serious non-life-threatening injuries, and the driver of the semi was not injured.